a supporter of a number of organizations for animals and wildlife. A portion of profit from each of her books is donated to these organizations. She graduated with a degree in English from Carleton University, and in 1999 she moved to the United States and later became a dual citizen. She worked as a technical writer until 2001 when she was laid off. She credits her technical writing experience with helping her develop discipline, and she credits her husband for encouraging her to write full-time after she was laid off. Her first two novels, Riding Lessons and Flying Changes, both enjoyed moderate critical success. But in 2003, fate stepped in to change her life. While researching a new book to be set in Hawaii, she was looking through the newspaper when she was struck by an article in the paper about photographer Edward Kelly, who photographed traveling circuses in the 1920s and 30s. Completely mesmerized by the article and the photos, she suddenly had a new concept for a novel. She scrapped the story she planned to write and began. Now wait a minute. I don't need to calm down, and besides I haven't eaten, and I don't want dinner in my room. Take me back. You can't do this to me. But the nurse can and does. She wheels Jacob down the hall at lightning speed and turns sharply into his room. In my view, Gruen has created one of the best portraits of aging since Margaret Lawrence's Stone Angel, which, by the way, is one of Sara Gruen's favorite novels. She not only creates Jacob in all of the characters who fill the nursing home world, but she does this with compassion, humor, and pathos. We see her style of writing on page 8 when Jacob is describing the circus coming to town. Everyone at the table is talking about the circus, those who can talk, that is. The silent ones, with frozen faces and withered limbs, sit around the edges of the room, accompanied by aides who spoon little bits of food into their mouths and then coax them into masticating. Rosie stares at me long and hard, and something about her expression stops me cold. Rosie stretches out her trunk, searching for something. I see that Rosie has pulled her stake from the ground. She looks at me with bemused eyes. Then her gaze shifts to the back of August's bare head. "Oh, Jesus," I say, "don't do it, don't do it." She lifts the stake as though it weighs nothing and splits his head in a single clean movement. Ponk, like the cracking of a hard-boiled egg. Yes, we finally know for sure. August is killed by Rosie, the elephant, not Marlena. And the only one who sees it is Jacob, and this is his secret. As a result of this incident, the circus is closed down, and Marlena and Jacob leave and begin their life together. Here, we realize how important the prologue is. In fact, whether or not the novel works has a lot to do with the prologue. This tiny bit of information that wasn't included in the initial prologue changes everything. In the last scene, we're back at the nursing home with Jacob, waiting for his family to take him to the circus. We learn that Jacob and Marlena married and had 5 children. They spent 7 years at another circus before Jacob gets a job as a veterinarian at a zoo. After finding his family has forgotten to visit and no one is coming for him, Jacob sneaks off and goes to the circus on his own. There he meets Charlie, the manager of the circus. Charlie hears Jacob's story and is not shocked or judgmental. Charlie is actually interested in Jacob's story. He even helps Jacob evade an officer who comes looking for him to bring him back to the nursing home. Then, in a fantastical last twist in the novel, Charlie agrees to give Jacob a job selling tickets. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? That has to be funny. I thought I turned it off. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, I can't get it to turn off. All right, let's start back. After finding his family has forgotten to visit and no one is coming for him, Jacob sneaks off and goes to the circus on his own, and he meets Charlie, the manager, and Charlie hears his story, isn't shocked or judgmental, and he even helps Jacob evade the policeman who's come to get him. Then, in this fantastical last twist in the novel, Charlie agrees to give Jacob a job selling tickets in the traveling circus. Jacob can't believe his good fortune, and he eagerly agrees. To be running away with the circus again is a dream come true, and he believes he has finally come home. And so ends Water for Elephants, one of the most entertaining and intelligent books I've read this year, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you very much. Before I ask you if you have any questions for me, I'd like to ask you what you thought about that ending. Was it realistic? Do you think it's a permanent arrangement?